Hey everyone, and thank you for clicking on this video in the first place. This is a short clip taken out of a full podcast episode that has been recently uploaded. If you want to see that full episode, I'm going to put it in a card in the top right of your screen right there, as there's a lot more talked about than just this short clip in the podcast episode. So I highly recommend you watch it. I highly recommend you subscribe so you never miss a full episode or clip if you prefer to watch the clips rather than the full hour to hour and a half long episodes. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. And again, thank you for clicking on it in the first place. You mentioned before that it is sometimes okay to lie. Why is that? And in what situation do you believe it would be actually better to lie than to tell the absolute truth?
So there are some lies that I wouldn't actually consider lies, right? They're terms of phrases that we use as opposed to other things that mean something else when we say them. One example is if a homeless man asks you for change, have you got any change? You say no. You don't say yes, but none for you. Because that means something completely different, right? That's saying, I have stuff and I'm not giving it to you. Saying no isn't a lie. You're saying, I don't have any for you, right? You're addressing the underlying question instead of what the person actually said.
Right, you're like answering his second question. If he asks, do you have change? And you say yes, he's going to ask, can I have some? And you're going to say no. Therefore, by saying no to the first question, do you have change? You are already answering the second question. That's a weird kind of situation there, how that works. Any other examples of when lies can actually be positive?
One example that's always brought up in discussions like this is the idea of hiding Jews in the attic. The situation goes as follows. You're in Nazi Germany, and you're hiding Jews in the attic. And the SS knocks on your door, and they ask you, are you hiding Jews in your attic? There's actually a lot of different answers that people say you should give. One of them could be no. And the reason for this is the same as the reason for the homeless man. That they're asking if you have any Jews in your attic, and their second question is, can we kill the Jews in your attic? And your answer is, to the second question,
No.
no. No, you may not. And so you say no. You understand the underlying meaning of what they're saying, and you address that. And so some people would call that a lie, as it is literally deceiving people through language. But on the other hand, it's not a lie because you are addressing the meaning of their statement.
Right. That's a good question. What do you think? What would you say?
I would say it is better to...
Oh, no, what would you do in this situation?
I wouldn't have had the Jews in the first place. But assuming that I had, I would tell a half-truth rather than something that was an outright lie, right? So something like, they were just here. Or, I've seen them before. Or, they are around. Things like that, which are much more likely to end poorly for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, they might not like you after that statement.
No. But at the end of the day, it's not a weight on my conscience, right? Their actions that they take are the bad ones. And I'm not going to take what I consider to be a bad action to avoid that.
Right. Okay. I'm actually going to ask a lot of people on the podcast that question now, because that is a very, very interesting situation. I feel like you can tell a lot from people's character from their answer. If I were to answer it myself, I'd probably just say no. To be honest, I don't know what I'd do, but that's probably what I'd do.